Hey Z Baddies, today we'll be making a mushroom. So we're going to insert 2 spheres in a cylinder. The cylinder is gonna basically be a platform for the mushroom. So we're going to, of course, shorten the cylinder and expand it so it looks more like a platform. Not too big because it's only to accommodate the bottom of the mushroom. Then we're going to separate the 2 spheres a little bit just to show the differentiation between the top of the mushroom and the body of it. Then we're going to use the move tool, select the base of the mushroom, and start sculpting it to what we believe the base should be. Then we're going to grab the top, of course. I'm moving a little fast here. But we're going to use the move tool, symmetry, the same thing, basically just trying to sculpt and figure out what we want the top of the head of the mushroom to look like. I was messing with symmetry a lot here, but you don't necessarily need to do that on ZBrush. It could be a little bit more asymmetrical, to be honest, because it is a mushroom. Mushrooms aren't generally perfect. So I got my general shape that I liked, and then I started to imitate making a hole, but then I realized that I wanted to make it a little bit bigger. That, and I looked at the top and saw that it looked too pill-shaped. So after that, I started to approach making my little bottom part. So I guess like the guts or maybe the belly. I don't know what it's called, but that bottom part that looks really cute on mushrooms. I messed with the head a little bit more because I thought that it looked kind of flat. So as you can see, I'm kind of messing with it, smoothing it to make it look more organic, I guess. So now we're starting to make the cute under part of the mushroom head. So I grabbed a spear, I made it smaller, of course, and I stretched it out using the move tool to kind of get more of like a pill shape. Then I went to insert, and then I supposedly used the equivalent of the insert mesh brush feature to multiply the sphere. That's supposed to be like the underbelly of the head of the mushroom. And that tool allows you to insert predefined or custom 3D shapes into your sculpt, and you can adjust the size and position of them using like various brush settings and modifiers. So that's basically what I was doing. I was just tinkering with it. I kept messing with the amount of number. Oh my god, the amount of number. The amount for how I wanted the underbelly of it to look. As you can see, I'm examining it a lot. I realized that I kind of wanted the head to look a little bit less boxy, but I didn't really know how to approach it. But I figured it out by just getting the middles and not corners. I kept multiplying it to see whether or not I wanted it to have a fuller look, or if I wanted it to look more kind of like an illustration, I guess like a child illustration of a mushroom. That's what I ended up settling with. So that's me messing with the underbelly, just constantly using the gizmo tool, which is the move tool, to see whether or not I like the position of it. Still kept playing with the radial tool, which is essentially the equivalent on ZBrush to the insert mesh brush, to see what size I wanted. Concluded that. I peeked the head a little bit more. And then after that, I had joint instances, basically just verified it as a shape, essentially. Yeah, joining children, just verifying it as a shape, I would say. I polished the bottom of it because it is on a platform, and I feel like mushrooms don't look very pill-like. Like, they have like kind of a little bit of like, not a fully flat bottom, but a little bit flatter. So I did that, and then with the cylinder, I didn't like how boxy it was, so I kind of smoothed it out. I just messed with the smoothing setting on it. And then after that, it was just tinkering with the mushroom to see what I liked, and then I lightly looked into remeshing, so I didn't have enough time, and started to make the little spots on the mushroom. So I added another spear, brought it up, of course, with our lovely move tool. I made it smaller because it is supposed to be little spots on a mushroom. I used the move tool and symmetry. You use symmetry on everything with this tutorial. And I stretched it out to what I essentially wanted the spot to look like, and I flattened it. Then I started using the move tool to mess with the positioning of it. turning it, pushing it more into the bodice of the mushroom head so it can look better. And yeah, I just kept duplicating them, or in other words, cloning them, and moving the duplicates over the mushroom's head. I didn't want to waste too much time, so I just did like roughly a couple so you could get a general idea of what it looks like, but of course you can add as much as you like. And that was about it. Thank you, like and subscribe.